hall meeting promoting transparency about the ongoing Broad Street Market reconstruction project turned into a heated community confrontation tonight as the past and ideas for the future clashed. Fox 43's Sydney Nauman joins us now with what the community had to say about the latest construction plans.
Amy, it was a full house in the historic Harrisburg Association building tonight. The main concern on community members' minds, maintaining the historic integrity of Broad Street Market. But with new renderings inside the market, the mention of modernization had some community members pushing back. Confrontation from community members in Harrisburg Thursday came in response to new renderings of the Broad Street Market rebuild as the city looks to honor the past while preparing for the future.
It's important to us to have our ideas heard.
A fully revamped marketplace features various booth sizes for vendors, increased bathroom and seating spaces for patrons, and mechanical upgrades which would provide necessary electrical, heating, and air conditioning updates for current code compliance. Tito Tepp, a market vendor, shared his perspective on the changes, stating preserving history is a priority, but so is worker safety.
It's hot. You know, it's 110 degrees cooking in there in the summer. In the wintertime, sometimes it's 45 degrees, and the vendors are in there working, trying to serve the community.
Architects on the project say it will require a lot of renovation and preservation.
We are definitely going to be documenting the historic windows and replicating that with modern windows that will be insulated windows.
Historically accurate, though?
The mention of modernization creating concern, leading to community calls for input.
It might not be exactly the way that we want it, but at least we have some input in the development of it.
While a 13-person committee meets monthly, it's not open to the public. However, Harrisburg's facilities director David Baker reminded residents the reconstruction plans are still in the early stages.
We don't have a particular building set in stone. We don't have a particular look set in stone. It's a placeholder for a possibility.
Mayor Williams reaffirmed that the rebuild will not come from taxpayer money. There wasn't an update on how much funding has been secured for the brick building, though. However, Harrisburg's Fire Chief Brian Enterline said they expect at least $10 million from the building's fire insurance.
Well, that was definitely a full room. Sydney, were there any other concerns from community members about the rebuild aside from maintaining the building's historical integrity?
Amy, a lot of those concerns did sort of stem from the idea of maintaining the building's history. However, some upgrades like possibly closing in the courtyard space between the two buildings did receive some pushback. City officials said the new enclosure could bring in more business, help shelter shoppers and vendors during bad weather, and even serve as a space for people to rent for events, which could help bring in additional funding for the market. But community members responded with alternate ideas like placing trees or a pergola to provide shade while keeping the outdoor space open, and argued that they should keep the area free to use for the community. So a lot of ideas are being thrown around for a construction plan that's still in the works.
Yeah, we'll have to wait to see what happens. Sydney Nauman, thanks so much.